Order.
May I have your attention, please?
Oh, 6:15.
Jane, are you ready?
Yes, go ahead.
Should I give these to you? These are just those things.
Wait till we get to it.
Okay, good evening, everyone. I want to welcome you to the May 22nd meeting of the Ayer Planning Board. The open session as posted. First business calling to order. And under general business, I need a motion to accept and/or, should I say, approve the agenda as presented.
So moved.
Okay. Second. Any discussion?
There is one correction to the agenda.
Okay.
The lot release, CJ Moore will not be attending tonight.
So remove it?
Yes.
Okay, so we'll withdraw that for future posting, I take it?
Yes.
Okay. Any other discussion? Okay, I need a motion then to approve the agenda as amended.
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? There being none, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Minutes for the May 8th meeting. We need a motion to approve minutes of May 8th as presented.
So moved.
I need a second.
Seconded.
Second, okay. Discussion?
Even though we got an email asking us for corrections ahead of time, it's Robert's rules.
Yes, I made multiple changes from other members. Robert's rules were changed.
There's still one left.
Is there still one left? Okay.
Yes.
All right, I'll make that correction.
Well, we can do a pen and ink if
Okay.
that's the extent of it. What paragraph are we talking about, Sue?
The highlighted at 6:43, mid-page,
6 for 17, second page?
third page, I'm sorry,
Third page. Okay.
middle of the page.
Third page, 643, regarding Robert's Rules of Order. I have a, so what correction do we want to make to that?
Put the S on.
Yeah.
On my copy, it is on the Robert's Rules, as in the plural, you mean?
Yes.
Yes.
I think that's what you're saying.
Right.
No, not in that paragraph. The highlighted one that starts at 6:43.
Yeah, it reads regarding Robert's Rules of Order.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So the copy I'm going to sign is in order, let me put it that way.
Okay.
Any further discussion? There being none, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? None, unanimous. Do you have a non-draft signature page for me? Ah, very good, very good. And what did I say, today is the 22nd? Okay, would you give that to Heather, please?
Thank you.
Just a footnote, not on the agenda, but, no, never mind. I'll mention it next meeting. Never mind. Okay, moving on. A&R plan for Joseph McGuan, Wright Road and Sandy, which I know was Sandy Pond Way, I think, or Sandy Way.
Does everybody have a copy?
Yes.
Okay. You want to identify yourself for the record?
Yes. I'm Mark Wheeler from David Ross Associates.
Okay.
Yeah, this is everything on this one. That's the next one. Thank you.
If you'd like to place it in the middle.
Put it in the middle. The purpose of this plan is we're, from a plan that was done, I believe, in December of 2017. We're redividing lot 4 and 5 to make lots, excuse me, lot,
4 and 5A.
no, actually 3 and 5, to make lots 3B, 5A, and parcel A. And parcel A, and the purpose of doing this is, the owner of parcel A, lot 4, is Zola Realty Trust. I'm trying to read from 6 feet. And they wanted a slightly wider and larger lot. So the amount we took from lot 5 to make lot 5A, we added an equal amount so that that lot also conforms. So basically, lots 3 and 5 were redivided, and part of 5 is parcel A, and that's going to be deeded to 4. So it's a little bit square to the street. So the frontages haven't changed.
So this is a rather simple transfer of a slice of land, right?
Yes, much simpler than I described.
Right, and it's 1,041 square feet.
And all 3 of the lots will be buildable, correct?
Mhm.
Okay, I would need a motion to favorably endorse the A&R as presented.
I'll make a motion that the planning board favorably endorse the
Mr.
A&R presented on right way.
Okay, need a second?
Second.
Discussion?
Mr. Chairman, I am a direct abutter to these properties. My name is actually on our nice little sheet here, so I will
Okay,
need to
wanna cross
recuse
that off?
myself.
No.
Cross my name off? It's the only time I get to see my maiden name, and I like it quite a bit. So I'm quite happy.
I'm sorry, I shouldn't joke. This is a serious matter. You can recuse.
Thank you. Do I have to do
Best
something
way to
formal to
recuse is
recuse
to,
myself?
actually, best way to recuse is to leave the room.
You have to
No.
leave the room.
Do I really have to leave?
Yeah,
Yes.
just for the vote.
Oh, that's
Just for
funny.
the vote,
Okay.
yeah.
I made enough mistakes last time. I thought we were. Okay. Don't talk about
We'll
it.
call you back. We know where you are. In fact, we know where you live. I'm sorry. That
No, you're
said,
not.
it's the shirt, I can't help it. That said, all in favor?
Limit discussion.
Discussion?
Okay, so this was formerly lot 5. So we're saying this was 4 and 5. 5 becomes
Yeah,
5A.
I'm going to lean forward just.
Oh, yeah.
So the plan we endorsed before.
Actually, let me get the other plan. In the small version, this was 4 and 5,
Right, okay.
and that corner, that pin right there was this back corner. This lot wanted a little bit wider lot for house siting, so what we did is the old line ran from that corner to that end. So basically, lot 3 is giving up this little triangle here, just and redividing these two, and this amount here is going to be added to the neighbor.
Okay.
So
3 became,
3B,
well, it went from 3 to 3A on this plan, and now it's 3B,
correct,
because there was new change.
exactly.
So there's actually a change to 2, there's actually a change to 3 lots. 1, 2, 3.
Well, we're not touching 4.
Well, you're
We're creating a parcel to be
Okay,
added to it.
So, I got it.
So 4 conforms, but it's just getting bigger.
Any further discussion? There being none, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? None. You have a favorably endorsed plan.
They're over there on that table for you all to sign.
Say again?
The plan.
No, it isn't. She told me just before the meeting. Yeah, so we can get it back in.
Okay.
What did we say, 20?
And in my staff report, I had a question about the next one. It appears there was a small building on one of the lots that's being carved out when I looked on Google Earth. So,
It took a while, sorry.
this one.
I can tell you have to recuse yourself. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Yeah, it looked like there was something here.
Yeah, see it? It's common then?
Yes.
When I was on the planning board, I had to do it.
Well, it was funny, when I pulled it up, I wasn't really thinking when you sent them online. And I'm like, that's my house. Like, wait a minute. Okay. I was hoping Mr. Marguan would be here.
No, you're not putting it on.
The new helicopter pad's going in.
Oh, yeah? Thank you. Oh, I'm so glad. My kids will love it. As long as he takes them away, we'll be good.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah, it's easy. We'll redirect, so it's like,
This is very honest. Pretty good. That's how this works.
But it's exactly how we have to build this ethic. It's the base of so we accept it. It's simply
Yeah.
You told me about that you have somebody who actually wants to put some money in it. It's admin, dude. Put some zoning down there so they can really do something.
When we get to the public hearing, that's the notice you have to read.
Oh, that's the gateway? Fabulous. Even better. We went to the miserable slaughter farm.
Okay, which one, we just took care of,
We just took care of McGuan, now we have Peters.
yeah, for both, I checked. Okay, that almost confused me. Okay, we are on to the A&R for Daniel Peters, 26 Sandy Pond Road. We
I may
ready?
have messed them up, but forgive me.
Did everyone hear me? Are we ready for that? Yes.
Thank you.
Good.
It looks like everybody does not have the 11 by 17s.
No, they do.
Yeah?
Would you like this in
My 11 by 17 is
Yeah, I worked some.
I'll put this in the middle just for...
I mixed them up several times in the 2 weeks I had them. I get it. I'm following you. I'm with it.
So this plan is a division of the existing estate of Marie Landry. Ian Peters is the executive. And they're basically taking one existing lot and breaking it up into 3 lots. One has frontage on Sandy Pond Road and the other 2 on Central Ave. Each lot meets the 12,000 square foot minimum and 100-foot frontage requirement. The existing dwelling will be removed, and obviously to make it conforming.
What street address is that? 25, 26? What's the street address? I'll let you know.
26.
When is the house on lot 1 going to be raised?
Probably after they
26.
sell the property.
26.
Probably. Can you describe the structure in the lower left-hand corner?
In the lower left corner. That is a stockade fence.
Another structure.
Looked like a building, didn't it? That look like a shed to you?
I think it says stockade fence.
It's a fenced area.
Is it still a stockade?
I don't know that, he doesn't know what that is, but.
There's another building over in this area that's not shown on this drawing. It's not shown, it's shown on the aerial that Mark gave us.
Yeah, Mr. Chair, I was just wondering what that structure would be. It really has no bearing on the approvability and endorsability, I should say, of an R&R, but I just thought, since I saw it, I would ask what it might be.
Right, and I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah,
I mean, it could be an old swing set, it could be a shed.
right, but whoever purchases that lot will have to inherit that.
Can we ask questions about a motion? Or?
No, I'll put it to a motion in a moment. These 2 maps were with the opposite plans. That's what somewhat confused me.
Yeah, I apologize. I've mixed them up several times when they both came in at once and I.
Yeah, that's, I've been accused of being easily confused. Anyway, I need a motion then to favorably endorse the A&R for Peters et al.
So moved.
Do I have a second?
Seconded.
Discussion?
Mr. Chairman?
Yep.
I guess we're all gonna have the same question. Can we favorably endorse an A&R plan that shows on the plan that it has a zoning violation, the dimensional violation, because the building hasn't been removed?
I understand from the staff report that's not an issue.
Yes, my understanding of the A&R law, the subdivision control law, is that that is fine with A&R endorsement. You're just endorsing the lot area and frontage. You know, it could be totally wetlands or whatever, and since it indicates that the house will be removed, you know, in my estimation, it's not an issue.
Yeah. Because I don't know that it's, buildings per se are not in the criterion for approval.
Correct.
Now, we could favorably endorse with conditions that, and I'm not sure I'd like to say that the building will probably be removed. I mean, and it's
No,
not.
you asked to win, and I have.
Right.
Right.
Certainly, the building inspector would not issue a new permit until that was removed.
Right.
Right.
Now, I don't know that we even need to put that in our decision, because the building inspector knows that, so that's why I'm good with it.
And on a side note, that won't become anything until permits are pulled,
Right.
even when it's recorded. So you can have A&Rs that are recorded on that don't show up on assessor's records until permits are pulled on them. And then
And-
it'll show the subdivision of it.
I think they have a 1-year lifespan. Right? A&R endorsement has a 1-year lifespan. Is it 1 or 2?
I
think
believe
it's 1.
so, it's 1 or 2.
Yeah. So if something doesn't happen in a year, then it loses its favorable endorsement.
Mhm.
I don't know if that helps you make your decision, but
I just would rather see the building down before I approved it, or I'll see the violation away, that corner, whatever that is, you know, then I know it's within.
well, given
Because I
that
could-
that's not criterion for approval, or, I mean, we could put it in our comment, you know, in terms of favorably endorsed, subject to removal of the existing structure.
Or something like, Mr. Chair, you know, no building permits will be issued for Lot 1 until the existing building has been removed, or something to that effect.
Right, right.
I don't think we can legally condition an A and R,
No, you
it's
can't.
not part of our jurisdiction, I believe.
Well, actually, you can, yeah. But again, I don't see it as being really necessary, given that the building commissioner won't issue a permit anyway. So that's why I'm not concerned.
Mr.
Right.
Chair, question to Mark.
Yes.
What you just suggested is already the law, isn't it? The condition about not issuing the permit?
Right, because, you know, if there's something in
It's already-
violation, it would have to be. Right, A&R is a pretty strict thing in the state law. You're looking at just the area, lot area, and frontage.
And the access, yeah.
Right, and viable access,
Yeah.
which is part of the frontage issue.
So I'd rather not go outside that criterion myself, so that's why I'm comfortable.
Well, if I was buying this property and that was just what I saw right there, I'd pull a permit for that lot right away and build a house. No violation. I'd potentially pull a permit over here and say, this guy's encroachment. Nothing happened here yet. So this could end up being here for a while is what I'm getting at. Permits legally issued for the other 2 lots.
Well, approving an A&R does not necessarily make a lot buildable either.
That's true.
So that's why I'm comfortable with it.
And just my.
Any further discussion? Any further discussion? You're welcome to comment if you...
Please.
Historically, I've done this for 30 years, and that's a very common thing. So when I looked at that plan to endorse it, I didn't even raise an eyebrow, because existing structure to be removed.
Right. Okay, any further discussion? There being none, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? None. Unanimous. Yeah, these little gold paper clips, they're just not big enough.
It's just recycle it. If you don't have any of it. If you don't need any of the things that I send you, just let me know. I won't print them. If you want to bring it from home. Yeah, no, I leave it online at home, so this is good.
So the plans are on the
You would
table
give
for you
this
guys to
back
sign?
Heather?
What?
Yes.
Okay.
So-
Let's
Sorry,
see.
I didn't.
Jim, the plans over there for everyone to sign, so we can, thank you. We'll run it once. Nobody? Okay. Then
I
we're
was
on
in the
like-
room and I've never done this before. Somebody else has to go first. Do we go one at a time, or can I
Yeah.
go up?
No, you
Yeah,
can,
yeah, you can go up.
Okay.
Okay.
I haven't read all of them.
signal fine.
You can go on. Thank you.
Who's nice deal? I think I told you. It's the liquid magnets, they don't make them anymore. I have a box of them, and it's just like, I hope they never run out. That way, like, I'm gonna have to find a new pen. With the right amount of pen, because I like a gold pen, so stationary. I am bordering them. Did you make a sizable investment in Scott CDs too?
Thank you, Mark.
Did
Do
you
you
need
need to-
more than one copy of the paper? Thank you.
Take the middle. What do you you have there?
I could go in my position of seniority, it's number 3.
It's true.
I figured I'd date it to see what
That's true.
Yeah, someone needs to date it when they sign it.
I did it.
Thank
Oh, I
you.
don't have to date it, it's just one person dates it.
Basically, it's not.
Wait to tell me.
The one,
Watermelon.
yeah, that's pretty cool.
That's interesting.
Watermelon.
Is it a minty watermelon?
Artificial watermelon flavor.
Pre-existing.
No, it doesn't.
I was thinking.
It doesn't
that.
because it's,
Well, I've seen that before.
okay.
Yeah, well,
Watermelon esters.
It looks like it on paper, but when you go to the assessor's records to pull it, like if I go to pull for the right road, it still shows as one lot.
I know.
Even though the other plans are recorded, until permits are pulled, that's when it will finally trigger it. So it would create it if 2 and 3 were built first, but that's not A&R, it's not planning board jurisdiction, that falls under
I'm gonna
zoning.
take it down. It just says to be removed potential.
Yeah.
You could just take it back, you condition that existing house, and then you can apply it.
You could also send an enforcement letter notifying them of the setback.
Oh, yeah, and that falls under, that falls under zoning, it doesn't fall under planning.
If-
So it's not
personally,
even
if
under
it
your
were me,
purview
I
anyway.
I would be worried.
Setback requirements aren't part of planning anyway. So you can make that requirement, but it's not your jurisdiction to make it. Because it's zoning board, or zoning enforcement officer, it's not planning.
Yeah, I got everything on my iPad over there, but the battery's dead.
so,
Okay, we are on to the public hearing for the master plan. Alan, if you would come forward.
Oh,
and
here,
that-
Sue, if you want to read a bigger
Oh,
one,
thank you.
there you go.
I will ask Sue to open the public hearing.
Public
Actually,
hea-
isn't this a continuation of?
Just as a continuation.
actually, last time was informal. This is the hearing itself. Last time was just informal discussion, informational.
Okay, good, so open the hearing. That's right.
Public hearing notice, Air Planning Board, pursuant to Massachusetts General Laws, MGL Chapter 41, Section 81D. The Air Planning Board will hold a public hearing at 6:30 PM on Tuesday, May 22nd, 2018, in the Selectmen's Meeting Room at the Air Town Hall, to adopt a new master plan, which is the policy document guiding planning, development, and land protection in the town. The chapters of the new air master plan include an executive summary, land use, resources, and open space, housing, economic development, transportation, infrastructure, municipal services, and an implementation plan. Copies of the proposed master plan can be found in the offices of the Air Town Clerk and Planning Department at the Air Town Hall, 1 Main Street, Air, Massachusetts, as well as on the Town of Air website at https://www.air.ma.us/master-plan-documents.
Can you repeat that, please?
Wow.
I'm sorry, I was just waiting.
Thank you for the larger,
You're very welcome. I will get those for you from now on if we have them.
thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, Madam Clerk. I will now turn it over to Alan Minoyan, and Economic Director.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, and for the record, Alan Minoyan, Director of the Air Office of Community and Economic Development, and I'm joined here this evening by our consultant, Courtney Starling of Community Opportunities.
Welcome again, Courtney.
Hello.
Yeah.
Hi.
Hello.
So, Mr. Chairman, a process that began know, I began my service in May.
Alan, let me interrupt briefly. Make sure if you've signed in, please, for the public hearing.
Laura's
Laura?
right there.
Yep. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Yeah, so the process, the Ayer master plan process, and I was just saying, I began my service here with the town in May, the first week of May. Years or not? Okay.
2015.
Wow, 2016 I began, and I know the process actually began the year before that. So this process began in 2015, and here we are now, 2.5 years, almost 3, which is standard for master plans. And all in all, the process was outstanding. The community engagement with the town through the years, I think, was very impressive for a town of this size, and a town, frankly, that is going through a transitional time with a lot of, folks that have been here for some time, but many new people have moved in, so it really is an interesting transitional period, which made it an interesting period to do a master plan, frankly.
Well, I would like to mention, it's an update, because
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. It is, in fact, that's right, technically, an update, the document. And so, the product has been, worked by many people, many working groups, committees. The steering committee did outstanding work. And I know we worked with our commissions as well and boards going through. We did great, sessions with a number of our boards. And so the product here today before you is the result of the entire community, working on this. We hope we provided abundant opportunities for people to do it. We always wish, if more people had, but everyone that did it did outstanding work, and you could tell they really came at it from their heart for the town, and really trying to lay out a document that would inform and guide our regulatory platforms in the town, policies, and where we want to go with this town. So I know I've done a number of master plans through my career. I know Mark has done many. I wouldn't even dare to count how many
Neither would I.
this professional has done. And it's sort of funny when you're going through putting it together, it's hard to really have a vision for, how is this all going to work together, and what is it going to look like together? And boy, you don't know, but I've had the pleasure, I know this past week, and I really went through it again, and it's a really good-looking product. It's very user-friendly, it's readable, it's engaging, it's concise in its format, but everything in it is of very high quality. And again, we think the most important thing is, of course, the implementation component of this. And the thing we really tried to do this time, because we did the last update in 2004, and that was with Community Opportunities Group as well, and even looking at the 1997 master plan, the implementation plans, in my opinion, were unrealistic. They were very aspirational, but this town never really had the capacity in terms of staffing, financial capacity, just all of it to carry through on it. What we believe we have, the product that we have submitted to all of you now, as you look at the implementation plan, all of it is absolutely viable and doable for the people to carry through over the next few years. That's what we wanted to do with this time. Because that's what builds confidence in the community that we can, in fact, succeed and reach and fulfill the things that we set out to do. And that's what builds confidence that we can, in fact, go. So we think the document we have now, and that's really going to be to me, the fun of this one now, I'll call it fun, is going out now, because many people say, well, this is great, Alan, if it's adopted, then wow, it's all done, you're done, and we can put it right on the shelf and go about our business.
Oh, please don't.
No. And that's what we're not doing this time. And that's why I know Mark and I and all this, and what I say is, if in fact it is adopted tonight, our real work begins tomorrow morning. Because that's when we take the implementation plan, and I plan, and I'll be working well with Mark, we want to now go out and go before all the committees again. So we want to go through all these wonderful things. We want to start setting up platforms and structures to work with everyone to start fulfilling this. We're going to do a good presentation on it for the Board of Selectmen. Robert asked me to do that at the upcoming meeting. And we're going to do just great public events and things to get it out there in the public. We're going to have neighborhood meetings. We just formed our new downtown business group last evening. We're going to work with them, so we're going to get, this is going to be a living, working document, and it's really going to be a joy to carry through with it. So that's what, I'll stop with my over melodramatic speech as I give.
Courtney?
I would say that there is something we might want to just address.
Yes.
And just to carry on with what Alan is saying, particularly for the boards and commissions, this is a fairly short master plan as far as master plans go, but it still has some length to it. So one of the things that we are planning to do in the appendix is, again, I talked a little bit about this last time, but is to add checklists for each department as well as each board, so that, which will be done during the CIP process, so that people can check in on what they're doing and kind of get the reminder of what it, what the charge is and what, what the general parameters are that they're shooting for. But as Alan said, we don't necessarily want this document just to be put up on the shelf and have it collect dust. I write a lot of dust collectors. I have my piece about this, but it's not ideal. And so we want to make sure as part of the implementation, what I see happen a lot is towns will form an implementation committee and it dies after 2 years. 2 years is a good run for an implementation committee if they actually keep meeting, but the wheels fall off. So what I find more successful is just to keep it as part of, wrap it into another town process, the CIP, the budget process, somewhere in there that forces each department and each board to kind of bring it back to the mission, look at what it is that they're supposed to be doing, check off what has been done, and send that out as, the good faith reminder to the community and put in the annual report what's been accomplished. So we do want to make sure that things do keep carrying forward, and that this wasn't, money that was just out the door for no good reason. That's not what is good for the taxpayers, and certainly not what we're proposing to happen here. Just to steal Alan's thunder a little bit, but we did have some additions that are in front of you as part of the resources chapter following the meeting with the Historic Commission and also with Ruth, who's with us. And these, actually, Alan gave me a note as an edit for the resources chapter to include these things, and on this list, 3 out of 4 have been addressed. But at the same time, they're addressing the recommendations. What I would suggest is to look at this as an amendment, and my plan is just to put this in the recommendations tomorrow morning and carry it into the implementation plan. These items are largely actually addressed, as I said, but just to be very clear about it and to beef up the preservation portion of the resources chapter. These are absolutely consistent with what is in the chapter. There's nothing outlandish here, and so my suggestion is that we just add it.
Has the Historic Commission commented on these?
This is the first commentary I've seen, but they've been, Ruth in particular, has been to every single meeting. So preservation has been strongly considered throughout the process. And during the resources, the resources chapter, they were part of the working group.
Okay, good.
And they had invited me to the last Historic Commission. I unfortunately had an issue with Virgo. I wasn't able, but I have had the benefit of sitting with Barry Schwartz, sitting with Ruth and George, and going through.
Is the idea of a historical society still alive, Ruth?
You want to start one? It's a lot of work. It's more work than you think.
Well, I'm just saying, is that idea still alive? No is an acceptable answer. I guess not. Okay. Well, yeah, we have a long historic, obviously, Page Moore Building just as it, and many of the families in this town go all the way back when, 1871. I think the medallion is still in here somewhere.
Yeah.
But anyway, and that needs to stay alive and be preserved. I'm definitely in favor of the plaque program, because that
And so we want to start letting the world know, people
Right.
know we can have it in reports, and it's like, let's put it right
years
out
ago
there.
we did the little red brick path, similar to the Heritage Trail, if you will, and we need to continue that and upgrade it. And
That's it. And we hope that'll build an ethic, with the homeowners, and they take pride in the placards there, and that's when, we've added in next. So if they want to do anything, to the home, now we have no historic districts, there are no requirements or regulatory things, but at least when they then approach someone like me and say, well, Alan, all right, yeah, I guess my house is historic, I didn't know how it's the plaque and all, and I want to do something to it, but I'm not an art, I don't know what do I do with the sign, what do I do with the windows? They actually usually want to know, so that's why we said, let's do a really great guide.
Yeah.
Materials and things and again, you're not required to do it, it's not mandated, it's just here to help and assist you. If you say, I really want to know what, if I did do really the most appropriate materials. So we're just trying to build an ethic in town without being, you shall do this. It's just like, it's here, let's start building the ethic in the town, and so that's why that was a great contribution.
Now, we're already stepping in that direction, which I believe is your once-a-week meetings with Economic Development and Robert and Planning.
The land use committee, yes.
And I think coupled with the neighborhood initiatives, these things could get moving very, very quickly.
This is it, and we've heard as nobody should have been doing neighborhood things, especially the Grove Pond neighborhood, which has one of the greatest collections of historic homes that even a lot of those folks didn't.
Right.
This is where it's coming from the neighbors saying,
And I believe
we'd like to really learn more about our own neighborhoods, and yes, this is great.
And I believe CPC has funding in that regard, so the resources.
So we feel it's really consistent with our policies and regulatory and where we're going with the town. So again, this was a very important contribution made by the Historic Commission to make sure that this document is really holistic and, boy, we really hit it all.
Further comments, Courtney?
That is the main change outside of, there's been some typographic edits since the last time we said, there's no longer rabid rehousing.
Oh.
Even I was slightly sad to see it go. I had visions of raccoons. I'm a Dorchester girl, but yeah, boy. So we have made some typographical changes, but that's substantive changes since the last time we met.
Okay, good. Comments from the board?
Any other typographical changes that are yet to come? I do have a couple.
Yeah, and they keep.
Before we
Ruth,
send these to print, it takes some repeat passes. I know when I used to be publicly employed, I inherited a master plan that was really expensive and it was really nice. And one of my planning board members went through after we had printed it and found all the last remaining errors where it's just like, these are the books we're stuck with. But he's thorough. I miss him.
We are going to do that internally, go through it again.
What is our final cutoff in terms of going to print? Again, we want to allow time.
We're going to send
board input.
we're going to send copies to the state before we go to print, just to make sure that the state doesn't have any substantive comments.
Okay, so what's your cutoff for input from us?
Well, we're hoping that with the amendments in terms of recommendations for resources and as is that you will vote to endorse tonight, and that if there are any actual changes that in terms of content that we would, especially at the state request, that we would come back for a renewal vote.
Okay. Is that acceptable to the board?
Needs to be.
Good, okay.
But yeah, getting your approval is actually the biggest thing that we need to get past so that we can move it forward and actually get it to print.
Okay, then I would need a motion for the planning.
Oh, Mr. Chair, since it's a public hearing,
Yeah, I realize, I get that.
Oh, okay, sorry.
I gotta get to discussion.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I would need a motion to approve the master plan as presented.
I'll make a motion to approve the updated master plan as presented by the master plan
Committee.
What's the correct name?
The steering committee.
Yeah.
Steering committee.
Steering committee.
And yeah.
Okay. Discussion? Oh, I'm sorry, do I, second, I need a second.
Seconded.
Okay, discussion?
I've got some discussion.
Any input, Laurie? Ruth?
Ellen and I talked.
Okay.
I'd
Discussion?
just like to follow up a little bit about what Alan said. I was not on the steering committee, but I did attend a few of the meetings as just a viewing as a citizen. And I was very impressed with the work that was going on. And I would recommend to anybody that if they want to really find out a lot about the town of Ayer, as I did, as I read it, I was amazed at how much information was in that. Not just in general on, rules and regulations or whatever you want to call it, but the history of the town and a lot of facts and figures that anyone moving to town would be great to look at that. Great piece of work.
Well, as one who worked on it in, I want to say 1999 to 2001, somewhere in there, and then was involved also on the relook, or the update back then, I am very pleased that many of the main tenants came forward with this update and have made it even a better project. And now, like you say, we are posed to implement in the next, almost immediately, as soon as we get final state comments and such. So I truly thank you very much for your work. That said, I will then call the vote. All in favor?
Aye.
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 Opposed? None, unanimous. Thank you very much.
Thank you. I've never had an approval go this
Wait, I have to go withdrawal. I'm going to have a withdrawal sentence.
I can make something up. Do you want me to?
No, that's good.
I can't really do it. No, can't do it. Is it all good?
I'm on, I will say I'm on, I mean, the vote's passed and the vote's done, but I will say I'm on record as being suspect about development at the airfield, but we'll deal with that.
I
It's
agree with that.
obviously a long-term, that's a long-term goal.
That is. That'll be for a generation after.
Right. And long as a
Hopefully they'll look back at us and say, hey, they sent us up good that generation before, so we can do our thing. So hopefully
I think given that what happens with the water agreement in Devon's in 2021 really impacts what you're going to need for fire suppression, because it's the redundancy that goes with that, and honestly, it's mostly fire protection. So, although I don't think a permit would be issued for
well,
a
they've
well
drawn
head.
water from Grove Pond.
Yeah.
So I'm not,
I don't think a permit would be issued for it, but it may as well be in there as a legacy just in case it's non-potable water that is mostly needed and there's some, I don't see it, but one of your selectmen wants it.
well, I did a site walk years ago on the Plume, and it's definitely there.
It certainly is. So,
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Okay, I need a motion to close the hearing.
So moved.
Seconded?
Okay, discussion? There being none, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Thank you very much. Town planner update.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Chairman. We are about to enter a very busy period for the planning board as far as plan review is concerned. The land use committee has been meeting with applicants. And at the next meeting, we will have the site plan for Joe Cataldo, 66 Westford Road, coming before us, which I am in the process of reviewing.
That'll be in June?
Yes, that will be at the June 12th planning board meeting.
Okay.
And we also have Global Montello, which received the last special exception they needed from the zoning board, so that they'll be coming for us site plan review as well. Most likely the second meeting of June.
Refresher on that? That was
That
a
is-
year, that came to us a year ago.
Yes, that's on Harvard Road, just south of the Rotary.
Yes.
And it's, will be a truck depot, convenience store, gas station.
You approved it at a different
Yes.
site, this one's
Right.
moving, yeah.
Right.
Right.
So that will be coming before us. There are also several subdivisions that are in the works. One is behind Shaker Mill Pond. I will be doing the site visit with the conservation agent tomorrow on that site. And we're working with the applicant to figure out how many lots they might be able to get.
Okay.
It'll be a
On Global
process.
Montello, I think and that's one of the ones we send out to neighboring towns because of the impact based on that.
Yeah, Harvard, there's a little corner of the property that's in Harvard, and I'll be
Yeah.
working with the Harvard planner
Let's,
to see how we
make sure they know about
Right.
it.
So given all this development activity that will be coming before us, I think it's urgent that we adopt new site plan regulations. So over the last few weeks, I put together a set of...
Before you continue, I just got one
Yes.
lingering thought on Global Montello. I
Yes.
seem to recall that there were 3 or 4 players in that mix. Again, let's require that we deal with single source point of contact?
Yes, I've been mostly dealing with the attorney, and I'm sure I'll be dealing with the engineer.
Well, let's narrow it down to a single source, so we don't get
Yes.
3 or 4 players.
Right, yeah.
Okay, good.
Yep, so my only advice to the board is that, given that we have 90 days, once a plan is accepted as being complete and the review process starts, we can take multiple meetings if we need to on these plans.
Well, that's why I want the single source representative. I
Right.
want the same guy coming in.
Right,
Mm.
yep.
Okay.
So,
You know
in
it's
order,
a new lot, right? You know it's a new-
I'm sorry?
You know it's in a new location.
Yes, yeah. But I also know that when you get 2 or 3 different players at 2 or 3 different meetings, things, he said, she said, we said, they said. I don't want any.
yep. So what I've done over the last few weeks is I've gone through the zoning bylaw that we just approved in March, and Judy Barrett put a lot of excellent provisions in there for landscaping, lighting, stormwater, all of the parameters that you would need to review in a site plan.
Yep.
And what I did is I compiled all those into a set of draft site plan regulations, which you have not seen yet. I'm just passing this out as homework.
Well, we said we would have Dan come over too, and,
That's for subdivision.
Subdivision.
This
oh,
is
okay,
site
okay,
plan.
okay.
Right.
Okay.
And I'll pass it out now, and I also send this out electronically to everybody. And I did not want to discuss these tonight, but just to get
Okay.
them out there. And
This will be on the June agenda.
yes,
Good.
my goal would be, if we can, it would be really good to adopt these perhaps at the second meeting in June 26th.
Okay.
And you will see that a lot of this is cross-referenced to the zoning bylaw. So I think what's important is to get a really good set of site plan regulations in place as soon as possible. Because the board can adopt this after a public hearing, it does not need to go to town meeting. This, same with the subdivision regulations. Once we get, a really good basic set of site plan regulations in place, we may occasionally want to, revise them to have even more specific standards. But I think it's important to get these in place very soon because we have lots of site plans coming before us.
So your goal then is first meeting in June for discussion by the board, and second meeting in June, the public hearing and approval?
Correct. Yes.
Good.
So, I recognize our meetings will be longer perhaps in June because we do have not only discussion items, but we have the site plans coming in.
Yep.
And a potential subdivision coming in as well at the end of June, so.
Well, that's, quite frankly, that's good for the town, because they want to live here, then by all means, come on down.
Yeah. So I'll send this out electronically now that you have the paper version.
Okay.
And, we can set a few minutes to discuss this at the June 12th meeting, and then hopefully have the public hearing with the second meeting in June.
Okay. Anything new coming down the pipe for June,
For what?
for anything?
Well, you have Westford Road, 66 Westford Road,
Right.
Joe Cataldo.
Cataldo.
You have Global Montello potentially coming. Other than that, I haven't heard anything, but all A&Rs, I just need 1 week beforehand, so.
And we don't know when Calvin will be scheduled?
When, the lot release, I don't. I ask him every meeting before I post the agenda.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll be here, and the day of, no, I can't make it.
Everyone-
So he said that to me 3 times already.
We've already released a number of those lots.
Yes, we have. We only have like
Yeah, there's
2 or
only
3
maybe
left.
2 left. I think.
There's not many left.
Right.
So, and it's been weird too, because Mark Wetzel, because they've just been moving the DPW, so I didn't have his comments even for the meeting tonight, because they were moving the last 2 days.
Yeah.
He did send me something quick a month ago when he was first supposed to come, so.
Okay.
There's only
I don't
lots
see it.
Constructed, it's only.
Yeah, but as far as anything else, there isn't at this time. There might be another site plan.
Okay,
That just-
I've asked,
but-
for the board's information, I've asked Mark to give us an update in June, probably the first meeting if it works out, in terms of CPC update, our linkage with them, and Mark, and anything going on with MRPC, and any particular, what I'm really interested in is what's going on around us with the tip, in terms of maybe road changes and whatnot.
Yep, and at the last meeting, you authorized me to be the representative from the planning board
Again,
to
from
the
transportation point of view.
Transportation Committee, and I will be going to their meeting in June.
Yep.
I'm not sure if it's before the June 12th meeting, but I will certainly call them and find
And
out.
when does the shovel go in the ground for the parking facility?
I am not sure.
They haven't
about
even
that.
pulled permits yet.
No.
They haven't got the drawings finished, that's all.
Yeah, they're still working on,
Does anyone know when the drawings are gonna go out to bid? Or the
Right.
drawings have been approved?
Yeah.
I thought
I
Mark
think
was
it's-
already doing all that.
They're in the process of, I'm
thought they were
on the
doing all the
receiving end of
engineering.
all these emails going back and forth between DPW and administration and, you know.
Well,
Mark.
from what I understand, Mark
So-
indicated that Mark is not getting back to them, so now that kind of falls on you a little bit.
Mark who? What's up?
Mark Wetzel.
No.
No, DPW was saying that Mark has not been getting back to him on some of his
Right.
issues. So I look at you, Mark
Okay.
Ashenbo, to say, get with Mark and give them a goose, because,
I misunderstood you. Because
Yeah.
Mark is not getting back to the town of Ayer
right,
DPW director
right.
as
Yeah.
quickly as we would want in responding.
Austin, Mark.
Right.
Anyway,
Yep.
let's get with DPW and see what we can do to free
Right,
up
we'll
that
get it.
information
Yeah.
flow.
I think there's got to be some kind of requirements about who they're allowed to speak to in the town, because you had asked me to go to the meetings. I could
Well, you're
never,
their representative.
I apparently was not on their list. I
Yeah,
could
Rob?
never get on their email list. They wouldn't tell me when their meetings were. Former staff would forward them to me, and then when they were gone, there was
We
absolutely
need to fix
no
that.
way.
then.
So, yeah, I think there is some, there is some form or something that needs for them
Okay,
to
so
be able to
you would
pass
like-
on information, and that
Okay.
could be why they're very friendly and say, yeah, and then you don't hear anything.
So you would like to be on their
No,
email
no, no,
list?
I'm just saying from my experience,
Oh, okay.
there may be
Ah.
like some form or something that's missing in order for them to be able to pass on information.
I mean, if we have a designated representative, and we do, then
Right.
let's get the
Yes.
information.
Yep, I can go right to their headquarters. Yes. Yep.
Mocan retired, I think, did he not?
I do not know.
Okay. Well, anyway, that's
I'm
inside.
still learning all the cast of characters.
Okay, so much for that. Anything from the board other than Mark?
I was just gonna ask Mark on the draft that he sent out, does this incorporate what we already had in our regulations and then expand on that?
It expands on it, yes. So quite a bit of this is actually from the zoning bylaw, but I think it's important to have it in one source. So when somebody comes in to do a site plan, we can just give them this, give them the site plan regs, and not have to give them the whole zoning bylaw and say, look, it's section 9. So this, a lot of what you see there is from the zoning bylaw. Some of it I expanded on my own based on really good sets of site plan regulations from other towns, especially with the submittal requirements. I thought the submittal requirements in the prior site plan regulations were short, and so I expanded on those.
Or was it section 10 or something before? I forget what it was.
I'm not sure what number it was, but, in my estimation, I believe these are good to, get us started, and they're comprehensive. So, but, we can discuss these further in June.
Okay.
So at the moment, we still face the same question we had a month ago that I brought up, and whatever's coming towards us now is gonna be complying with
The
old site plan.
previous, yeah, but a lot of the standards are actually in the bylaw, the site plan standards. You will see in the reference for standards that have to be met, I cross-reference the bylaw sections, because I'm not gonna add anything new right at this time, I just reference the bylaw sections in here, because I think the bylaw sections are quite comprehensive, but they're not all in one place, they're all in different sections. So
Thank you.
I put them all in one section here and cross-reference.
Do you
Good.
see any need to amend the bylaw?
The bylaw itself, no.
Okay.
The regulations are meant to, be an independent document.
Yeah, well, I know when we passed the bylaw, we said that there would be some areas that we
Oh,
would.
yes.
Oh, at some
Oh,
point,
yes, in the fall, I will have some.
But
yes.
site plan review.
Already,
is-
there are a few little things that I think need to be improved. And basically, and some of the things that have come before us, I think it needs to be spelled out in a little bit more detail. So
But in site plan.
there will be zoning bylaw amendments in October.
So by the end of the year, by the end of the calendar year, let's put it that way, by the end of the calendar year, I would hope to have a book, if you will, of the bylaw, internal regulations, and A&R, and/or site plan, and/or,
Right.
Oh.
Yeah.
So-
Well, once the Attorney General gets back to the town saying that they've approved it, I will get
Right.
books made up of the zoning, and everyone will get those.
Good.
And as we go through and do the regulations, I'll get those done as well.
So in that regard, Julie, have you got your emails squared away with Cindy and/or, and you might want to talk with Mark over some courses that would be available to you.
We've already started that discussion, so we'll.
Yeah, let's
Okay.
share with her the what's it called, the Citizen
whole
Planner
plan-
Training
right,
Collaborative,
right, right.
CPTC.
Those are very, very helpful.
Yes.
Yeah, good, good.
So as I become aware, since I'm on all these email lists, as I become aware of courses that might be appropriate for the
Yes.
planning board, I will share them.
Yep,
Yeah.
good, good. Anything further for the good of the cause?
I did attend, I've been attending the ZBA meetings, specifically the Global Montello meeting, I went to that one.
Mm-hmm.
And your point, the attorney was pretty much leading the discussion with the engineer, right there with him. And the zoning board of appeals is paying particularly close attention to the fact that they are under the new zoning regulations and
Mhm.
discussion. And it's very obvious that, that's working.
Good, 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 excellent.
in there. And I did ask a question in one of the previous meetings about a letter that I understood that this had been sent to the zoning board of appeals from the town council as to how we were supposed to interpret those zoning bylaws.
Oh,
And
Right
I asked
before
for
we
a
hear
copy
from
of that
the
letter to
Attorney
be
General.
provided to the board, and haven't got it.
Oh, okay. Good. Carly has the letter, I believe. Okay, I will try to get that for June.
I
Good.
just felt that if there was a letter sent to the board that, discussed the stuff that we voted at town meeting, we should probably know what it said.
Yeah, I think it was just advice to the ZBA about how to handle their business in the interim period before we get the Attorney General's
Right.
opinion.
But it
Yes.
applies to us, I think, in the same vein.
Mhm.
Anything further? All right then, motion to adjourn? Anyone?
So moved.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Second, discussion? There being none, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? None, unanimous. Thank you very much for good work.
Thank you, everyone.